All right, today we're going to deconstruct a really interesting platform called 123LiveStore. We're going to dive right into their own presentation materials to break down exactly what the product is, the lifestyle they promise, and the pretty complex payout system that sits at the very heart of it all. So let's get into it. So right from the get-go, the core of the 123LiveStore pitch is this really powerful idea of a freedom lifestyle. And they break that down into three things: financial freedom, location freedom, and time freedom. I mean, that's the dream they're selling, and you have to admit, it's a pretty compelling one. Okay, so here's our game plan for breaking this all down. We're going to start with that big promise of freedom, then we'll dig into the actual e-commerce product. After that, we'll dissect their HIP referral system, get into how the bonuses work, and then at the end, we'll put all the pieces together to see the complete business model. Right, section one, that promise of freedom. You know, to really get why a platform like this even exists, you first have to understand the massive dream of e-commerce that so many people have. It really taps into that desire to build something for yourself online. And the numbers, well, they're just staggering. The presentation makes a point to show that global e-commerce is expected to be a $6 trillion market this year, and it's heading towards $7 trillion by 2026. That is just a massive growing pie, and of course, everybody wants a slice. But, and there's always a but, right? Here's the catch for most people. Getting started is expensive. Their own materials highlight that building a custom e-commerce site from scratch can cost you thousands of dollars right out of the gate. And that's the exact problem that 123LiveStore says it's here to solve. So how do they solve it? Let's talk about the product itself. For a minute, let's just put the whole business opportunity part to the side and focus on one simple question. What are you actually buying? Okay, so they call their product a WAS platform, which is just short for Website as a Service. Honestly, the easiest way to think about it is like your Netflix or Spotify subscription. Instead of a huge one-time payment, you pay a recurring fee. And for that, you get access to the ready-to-go website platform. And what is that fee? Well, there's the number. It's RM 2,500 a year. That's your price of admission, your ticket into their ecosystem. So for that $2,500, what's in the box? According to them, you're getting a three-part package. First, a pre-built e-commerce store. Second, an online learning library with ebooks and videos. And third, and this is the big one, access to their referral rewards program. Keep that last one in mind. It's super important. And here you can see what some of that looks like. You get these website templates, and they even preload it with some digital products, like ebooks you can sell right away. But here's the most important detail on this slide. You get to keep 100% of the revenue from anything you actually sell on your store. Okay, so that's the product side of things. But now we got to talk about what they position as the real engine for making an income here, their referral marketing system. They call it the HIP system. That stands for Horizontally Infinite Payout. And they are very, very clear in their presentation to point out that this is not multi-level marketing. They describe it as a single-level system with, let's say, powerful networking capabilities. So let's see how it works. So how does it actually work? It's a pretty specific process. First, you join. Then you start referring people. Now, here's the key rule. You really got to get this part. Your first 2 referrals get passed up to the person who recruited you. You only start building your own team from your 3rd referral onwards. And then that exact same process just repeats for every single person you bring in. Okay, so we know the rules of the game now. Let's look at the money. How does all this referring and passing up actually translate into cash? Remember those first 2 people you have to pass up? Well, you still get a little something for them. It's called a transfer bonus, and it's RM $250 for each of those 2 people. But here's where the numbers really start to jump. That 3rd referral, the first one that you actually get to keep, that's different. For that person and for every single person you refer directly after that, you get a direct bonus of RM $1,000. Big difference. And this is where the passive income idea comes into play. For every single person that gets passed up to you from your downline, you start earning RM2 per day. They call it the 365 daily bonus. And if you do the math, that adds up to RM 730 per person per year. So you're probably asking, okay, how many people do I need to recruit just to get my initial investment back? Well, according to their own math, the magic number is 4. Let's break it down. Your first 2 pass-ups get you RM 500 in transfer bonuses. Then, your next 2 direct referrals get you RM 2,000 in direct bonuses. Add it up, and that's RM 2,500. You've broken even. And this is the core idea of how this whole thing is meant to grow. Your income isn't just about who you personally sign up. It's about duplication. It's about the fact that every person you keep on your team is also going to be passing their first 2 recruits up to you, which is what fuels those daily bonus payments. All right, let's bring it all home. We've looked at the product and we've looked at the recruitment system. Now, let's just step back and look at how these 2 things work together as a single business model. When you boil it all down, the 123LiveStore model is really running on 2 parallel tracks at the same time. On one track, you've got the product, your e-commerce website, where you can sell stuff and keep 100% of that money. And then on the other track, you've got the business opportunity, where you earn bonuses by recruiting new members into the system itself. And this brings us to the central question, doesn't it? After looking at their own presentation, what do you think this business is at its core? Is it an e-commerce tool that just happens to have a really generous referral bonus attached? Or is it a recruitment system that just happens to come with an e-commerce tool? It's definitely something to think about.